Okay, everybody, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And yay, the strike is over. I was so excited to see that pop up. This was it yesterday or today? It was either yesterday or today. I can't remember. But I was very pleased to see that the strike has ended for Hollywood and for both the actors and for the writers. Everything has, they said they reached a basically an agreement at the end of September, but they weren't releasing it yet. So I thought that was amazing. It's like a move to combat national people, making people happy, I guess. But it was the first time the two unions had been on the same page since we can since the beginning of this, but they haven't been on strike at the same time since 1960. So that's a long time ago. The studio basically studios and writers reached a deal that they thought um this will bring the strike to an end, and it did originally on September the 26th. And most of you have probably seen this and heard this, but the union valued the deal at over $1 billion, and more than 60,000 SAG and AFTRA members went on strike July 14th, joining screenwriters who had of the walked off and went into strike mode uh, on back then as well. But the terms of the agreement were not immediately released because the union wanted to value, they just wanted to wait, I guess, until the tentative agreement representatives and all new, paradigms, and everybody was all on board. Uh, this is like they're saying the biggest contract on contract gains in the history of the union, including the largest increases in minimum wage in the last 40 years. That's a shame that it took 40 years, right? A brand new residual for streaming programs, extensive content and compensation protection in the use of artificial intelligence, and sizable contract increases on terms uh, across the board. So the Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers said that the statement on Wednesday evening was that the organization, which negotiates on behalf of both the major studios and the streaming companies, said that it said that it said that it took looks forward to the industry resuming the works of telling great stories. Because again, it's been a minute. This shoe boot is so big and bulky. I'm trying to get comfortable. I can't. Sorry, but executives from the top entertainment companies like Disney and Netflix, Warner Brothers, Discovery, Universal, they all had a direct hand in negotiations. So I guess they want their name exonerated as well, to say, yeah, we did this. But the Writers Guild of America applauded Wednesday's deal, and they're thrilled again that just to see SAG and AFTRA basically um, win a contract that creates new protection and performers and gives them a greater share in all of the value, that this is brought back. Because a lot of times, these workers are united in the way that they do things, but they're very excited about this win because, again, it's been years and they haven't had a win. But even the Writers Guild, was happy. So I know here in LA, we would see the actors and writers striking everywhere, and I noticed that they hadn't been in some of the places that I had gone. But they're saying that the actors and actresses and writers and stuff are should quickly and pretty and very soon return back to our screens, and we should be able to see them, immediately um, visible before our eyes, including the months month-long suspensions of late night talk shows. And I didn't even realize that Saturday Night Live and this the impact that it had on some of those types of shows as well. Because sometimes I'll watch certain things, but I do a lot of reality TV, and I'm not sure how it was affected. I mean, I'm not saying that reality TV stars are not actors and actresses, but I would only imagine that that their uh, the amount of people watching them boosted or went up, because basically that was all I saw on. Excuse me. I woke up at 4 a.m. today. Don't even know why. But anyway, talk shows and beyond even scripted productions, there was the end of the strike would allow actors to basically return to the red carpets, talk shows, podcasts, and also Hollywood award seasons. Many different um, of our shows that we like to watch that are a series that we haven't been able to see, but nobody could really talk about it. The word was hush hush until yesterday, and now everybody's so excited. I'm sure there's going to be parties happening all weekend in LA and around the city, but the industry is just elated about this, and I think it's a huge move to finally. This damn cat. I am not in the mood. Didn't I just tell you to get out of here? Don't look at me. Don't even. Don't. No. No. Get down. See, you gonna make it seem like you don't have a happy home, and I'm getting ready to be pissed because I am not in the mood today. Trust and believe me, not in the mood. Jesus, I'm just like, anyway, really happy that everybody got back on board, and that we are able to get back into the movie scene. You know, earlier this week there was some conversation about Priscilla Presley uh, nearly being a Kardashian, and she had a romance with Rob, and it was cut short. Um, and I mean, obviously, to the wonderful Kris Jenner. But at the same time, who's to say? Who's to say? Because Hollywood is funny to me. Because it's like people date each other, and you get all these different people who have dated one another and whatnot, and it's interesting to me. So, nuh-uh, get away from me, please get away from me. No, no, no. Go on. No, 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 no. Not doing it. Um, but basically, you know, he like people like to talk about uh short by controlling Elvis. They say Elvis was controlling the situation, so it was cut short by him. But I thought that was interesting. She had an unwavering loyalty to Elvis as well. It wasn't like she was just like saying, "Oh no, oh no," but she didn't end up with Bob. No, the answer is no. Go on, go away. I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not doing it. Don't come back over here. He's fine. He landed on his feet. That's what they do. And it's not even that far from here. It's just like right over my desk. I'm just irritated with the fact that I don't know how else to get things moving in a way where I don't have to keep having issues. But it is what it is, the nature of the beast. But like I said, I'm here and I am definitely tenacious about it. Why is this doing this? But so I guess, people like to try to make it seem like it was a big blow to Rob Kardashian, but he's not. He made a wonderful family, and that's just hoopla. And I'm not for it. Sometimes I get so annoyed when people start talking about stuff and it's not even really that big of a deal. But I guess it's Hollywood. That's what they do. But in other news that's all happy and stuff, Courtney and Travis had their baby. She left the hospital with Travis after they gave birth to the baby. And so it's pretty cool that they were able to sneak out. Um, um, and that's what's so funny about Hollywood. Like, people come here and they have their babies and stuff like that. Nobody ever knows. Nobody's none the wiser. They come in, they get out. But Courtney Kardashian Barker gave birth this week to the first child with her husband. Um, they basically they were married uh, not about a year and a half ago, maybe. Um, but the main thing is that their baby is healthy and everybody's happy, I suppose. Um, the way that the show is playing out is almost like they're not very happy, but I beg to differ. I can't see them not being family oriented as they've always been. They might get into their little tiffs or whatever, but I feel like they're so close knit, and there's such a good family bond that that they. I don't think that it's like as much drama as the show projects. But I mean, it is making good headlines. I guess I could say good reality TV. They also buried Matthew Perry. Again, that is just so sad to me. They had so many beautiful flowers. They said that they removed from his site, and so many of his friends and the people that he just basically they're just flabbergasted by the whole thing. But his burial plot is in the Forest Lawn Cemetery in Hollywood Hills, near Debbie Reynolds and her daughter Carrie Fisher, and they you know, where his former co-star and stars and family members came together last week to honor him. That's just so sad. I just can't believe it. A lot of people just didn't believe it. Michael Clark Duncan and Ronnie James duo, these were some of the people that he was buried near. But following his service last Friday, there was a huge flower arrangement left in the memorial at his gravesite, is what basically. And so, which was there until this Monday. But on Tuesday, those same flowers were gone, and his burial plot is relatively bare. But I'm sure people will continue to honor him and take stuff to his grave if they're able to. It looks kind of like it's probably not a mausoleum, like inside of a mausoleum, but it's more like a on a wall. It's really beautiful. So I don't know. It's just sad to me. Um, Ex Hollywood agent's son was arrested for murder. Like, what's wrong with people? I don't understand. I don't know if people lose money, and then when they lose their money, they don't have that accountability, or they don't take accountability for some of the things that they do anymore. But this ex Hollywood agent's son was arrested for murder, dismerged body found in a bag. Now, more and more, I've been reading about how people been cutting people up and putting them in a bag. What the hell? That's just craziness. And they couldn't hold it in anymore. You know, it's like it's a deeply disturbing murder. They said he was the son of a powerful former Hollywood agent. He's been booked for murder, but why aren't they saying who he was? He's 35-year-old Samuel Haskett. Wednesday, they found that he had a body in a bag, a female victim, and she was in the dumpster in Encino, California. And Encino is kind of up in, kind of like Glendale area. But his wife, Mai Haskell, and her parents are currently missing. Child. The coroner hasn't identified the victim yet, but in the meantime, he's being held on $22 million bond. But why would he even get? I don't even understand why would he get a bond. I don't understand why people get bond for murder. Period. But his father, Sam Haskell Sr., is the president of Magnolia Hills Productions, the company that behind Dolly Parton's special, including Dolly Parton's Magic Mountain Christmas and Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors. So I don't know. We're gonna see if Dolly Parton decides she's gonna pull out or not. Because his father, I mean, I don't know. People can only say what they believe to be true. Only uh, we can't really call it anymore because these celebrities are humans too. They get, you know, so hemmed up in whatever they're going through that they forget to act like, or when we forget that they're human, and because they don't seem like they're acting like that anything is wrong. But it couldn't be further from the truth. These people are plumb crazy right now, and I'm not understanding what's going on. You know, Robert De Niro, he got ordered to pay 1.2 million to his ex-assistant. People just out here suing people, but I'm not saying that it's not just justified, because again, some of these actors and actresses, they get on a high horse and they act like they don't have to be accountable for some of the things that they need to be accountable for. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but basically they shut down his claim that his ex personal assistant, Graham Chase Robinson, embezzled from him, and he had actually sought $6 million in damages. But after deliberating, the jury tossed that claim out and said he needed to pay 1.5 or 1.2 million dollars. But they were more sympathetic to the fact that there was a $12 million countersuit by the assistant, and he won. He didn't win 12 million, but he won. Um, he won 1.2. So crazy, crazy, crazy. What's really going on, honey? I can't call it. I can't call it. But you know, people have a lot of stuff going on and inside, and they're not being honest with it. You know. But we've had so many deaths this year, and we've had a lot of babies this year, you know. But anyway, it is what it is. There's like a lot going on when it comes down to us trying to put things in perspective, you know. Meaning, when you look at it, you see a lot of drama going on, and it just people are breaking under pressure. So it's a sad state of affairs. But in happier news, you know, uh, despite the fact that America is going through their little controversies or whatever, um, there's a lot of positive things going on. The richest heirs and heiresses in America, like Scarlett Johansson, is net worth is for $140 million. I think that's pretty cool. I can't even. But that's pretty exciting. And also, $110 million for Gloria Vanderbilt. I think that's pretty cool. It's all right. I'm gonna be a billionaire. Watch. 2 million um, Getty oil for Blathars Blathar Blathazar Blathazar Getty. Blathazar Getty. It's pretty nice out there at the Getty Museum area. There's a lot of Getty stuff. Also, 100 million Hearst Corporation. So Amanda Hearst, and I would think that would be Patty Hearst or Hearst. the Hearst family. Brooke Shields' value is 25 mil. And I've always loved Brooke Shields in a lot of her movies. Amanda Hearst is an American socialite born in New York, and she's the heiress to the Hearst Corporation. And she's also a model. Gotcha. So, anyway, that concludes this episode of our trending topics. For some reason, there's some issues going on with the internet in my area. So, I'm trying to get through our segment. And again, the cat is driving me nuts. So, we'll be back. Thank you.